Hello my wasabis! In today's video, we will be talking about a very controversial issue in the world of essential oils. So, should you ingest or not? Should you be taking a drop of lemon essential oil in a glass of water? Can you put a drop of peppermint essential oil in a cup of coffee? There has been a great debate about this topic, and today I will be sharing with you my stand in this issue. If this is something that you would want to hear about, please keep watching. As you may know, there are two sides in this story. On one side, there are people who would tell you you should never ever ingest your essential oils. Never. Because one, essential oils are actually very highly concentrated forms of substances. So whatever that's toxic or whatever that's harmful in that, for example, for a specific plant, whatever that may cause you allergies with that plant would come to you in tenfolds. And then on the other side, there are people who would tell you that it's actually okay to put a drop of lemon essential oil in your morning glass of water. It may help you lose weight. It's okay to put a drop of peppermint essential oil in your cup of coffee to give that Christmassy feel. Well, my stand in this issue would be, let's just go back to basics. In elementary, we have learned that oil and water don't mix. So, putting in a drop of essential oil in your water doesn't really make sense. To me, at least, it doesn't make sense. But I've seen a lot of testimonials wherein people would say they lost weight effortlessly. For example, they lost 3 pounds, 4 pounds effortlessly by just drinking this lemon essential oil dropped water every morning. And I get by how it became such a popular thing to do because it's such an easy way for people to lose weight. And as humans, we are very obsessed with things that come easy. So for people who post on Facebook that, hey, I lost this much weight in a matter of 1 week by putting grapefruit and lemon in my cup of water, it's such a big deal. But then again, let me just remind you, water and oil could never mix. So if you would want to ingest your oils and then using water as a substance for mixture, I think it may do your body more harm than good. I would probably understand if you would like to put it, for example, when baking. I know that a lot of these essential oils are actually very good in adding flavor to your food. So if ever you want to incorporate it in your cooking, in your daily food intake, I think it would be best if you put these essential oils not in water. You probably have to put them in, for example, in your cooking oil, in your baking mixture. So then the oil would be better mixed with the substance before going inside your body. Because if you actually have read a lot of these essential oil books, you would see that there are a couple of these oils that is very unsafe to touch the surface of your skin. Since essential oils are a very highly concentrated forms of things, of plants and herbs and etc. I know that a couple of these oils are actually very harmful if you use them undiluted. So imagine the harm that it may cause inside your body, in your internal organs, or the surfaces of your internal organs at least, if they, go in there undiluted or unmixed with a proper mixture. And water is never a proper mixture. So for me, when people would tell me, oh, I lost weight with just grapefruit essential oil and lemon essential oil in my glass of water, it's such a baloney. It's a fad. It's something that you shouldn't even think of doing because we've learned it while we were very, very young that oil and water would never ever mix. So that thing is just no. Okay, number 2, I think that you can only ingest your oils if you are guided by a certified aromatherapist. And in the Philippines, there's no certification for being an aromatherapist. So the likelihood of you meeting or being guided by a certified aromatherapist here in Manila, here in the Philippines, is close to zero. Let's be honest. Wala namang certified aromatherapist. I personally don't know anyone who's a certified aromatherapist here in Manila. Maybe if you have a friend who is a certified aromatherapist and he or she can guide you the proper dosage of oils that you should ingest, then maybe that's okay. But for you to self-medicate with these oils is just totally wrong, because I think that you should treat these essential oils as a very potent medicine. Yung parang sobrang lalakas na medicine. I mean, most antibiotics here are required to have prescription and to be followed on specific length of days. Kasi yun yung dapat na gawin, yung pag-handle sa antibiotics. Same thing with these essential oils. I don't think that you should be taking them irresponsibly and carelessly kasi nabasa mo lang sa Google, kasi narinig mo sa YouTube, or just because your friend told you that you can drink it or you can, ingest it. Most of the time, the people who are doing ingestion here in the Philippines is not advised by a medical practitioner or a certified aromatherapist. Most of the time, they are actually advised by marketing practitioners. And truth be told, I mean, I am a member of Young Living. I also buy oils from other brands like Eden's Garden and Plant Therapy. I have all of them. I love oils. But the key here is that for you to be responsible. It's your prerogative if you want to ingest it or not. And before you do, I hope that you've done your own research and maybe stick with the basic facts that you already know since you are young. The fact that I know that oil and water would never mix, kaya nung sinabi sa akin na I can ingest the Vitality line of Young Living, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I never really tried it, and I don't have a plan of doing it. But maybe someday, when the time comes that, when you're desperate and you're sick and there's a medical practitioner who will guide you in doing that, then maybe I will open the idea of ingestion. Kasi I don't think there's any study yet that ingesting essential oils has been very helpful and for a long period of time. If ever you want to ingest your oils, treat it as a very strong medicine in a way na parang hindi siya dapat forever. It's not your multivitamins. It's not something that you drink every day. Because it's very potent, it's very concentrated, and anything that's too much being incorporated in your system is not really good. Diba? I mean, if you overdose with vitamin A, D, E, and K, which are fat-soluble vitamins, they're not really good for the body because you don't really expel them and they get stored in your body and may cause cancer. So, ganun din with oils. Too much of these oils is never good. Too much of anything is never good. So, yeah, going back to my second point, most of the time, the people who are ingesting here in Manila in the Philippines are not actually told by a medical practitioner, but a marketing practitioner. So, it's not really safe. If ever you have been told that you can ingest your oils, think about it, run some searches in Google, read more about these books, and educate yourself. So, just to set things clear, this video is not to bash Young Living as a company, because I am also a member of Young Living and I'm really, really happy with the oils that I am using from the company. And if you're not familiar with Young Living, they actually have this separate line called Vitality, which they promote to be something that's okay to be ingested. But if you also dig in a little deeper, you would also know that the Vitality line, I mean, the contents of your Vitality bottle is exactly the same as the one that's not labeled as Vitality. So, whatever that's in here is exactly the same as the white labeled bottle na lavender, which is a Vitality line. The reason why they only labeled it differently is because of their government regulation, their FDA regulation, na dapat kung pang-ingest siya, dapat merong mga nutritional facts or something like that na nandoon. And if it's not for ingestion, for topical use, dapat may directions and caution. So, that's the only difference. Imagine that. At first, nung hindi pa ako member ng Young Living, I thought that magkaiba siya ang formulation. Maybe mas diluted yung nandun sa pang-ingest and all that. Hindi pala. So it's just the same, and it doesn't make sense to me na, I mean, they've only done the Vitality line just to abide with their FDA regulations. So, given the fact that the contents of the Vitality line is exactly the same as what's in my bottle, it doesn't make sense to me na, I mean, it doesn't make sense to give me a reason that I can ingest Vitality. Alam mo yun? Because it's just the same. It's just labeling. It's just there to abide with the FDA regulation. Okay, so to summarize this video, I only have 2 points that you should remember if you plan to ingest your oil. Number 1, always remember that water and oil would never mix. There's no way in this world na mag-mix yung water and oil. So, with that basic concept and that basic knowledge, I think you already have the answer on why you shouldn't drink your essential oils, or on why you shouldn't put them in your glass of water. Number 2, if ever you plan to ingest oils, be sure that you are guided by a medical practitioner or a certified aromatherapist. If it's only your friend or if it's your upline, forget it. Forget about it. Because ingesting oils can do you more harm than good if you are unsupervised and if you are self-medicating. And there are other safer ways for you to treat your sickness aside from ingesting oils. If you want to go all natural, that's fine. Maraming mga alternative medicine dyan. And you can just, put away your oils, or, I mean, I believe in oils in a way that I really love doing blends for diffusing and for rolling. I mean, your roller blends. But ingesting them in pure form just doesn't sit with me that well. It's something that people should learn more about rather than just hopping into the bandwagon and trying to have them experience it on their own and claiming that it works. Kasi I'm really very careful with these oils and really very careful about making a stand, because sometimes when you're very into something, you're psychologically amped up about it, so you just, alam mo yun, there's a placebo effect about it. In fact, when I first tried my Young Living, I didn't tell the people my experience about it first. I told my friends about my friends' experience about Young Living. Nung nawala yung swollen lymph node niya the next day, that's when I believed na more or less mas potent ang Young Living. It works faster than the other oils that I've tried before. And to be honest, I'm really in love with this Young Living Lavender. This is the one that I keep in my bag. Especially that I have this roller ball fitment, so it's very convenient. And I ordered a couple more because I want to put them in my other oils also. But doesn't mean that I hate my other oils from other brands, because I love them just as well. I just use them in a different way. I use them as my diffusing blend, or I use them as my rolling blend. But if I need, like for example, I have a strong migraine and I need something to, give me that punch, I use my Young Living. So there you go. Just find safer use with your oils rather than ingesting them, because always remember that these are very concentrated forms of substances, and any highly concentration of anything is actually bad for our bodies. Anyway guys, I guess that's all for today. I hope you've picked up something from this video. If you have any questions about your oils or about ingestion, don't forget to leave them as comments down below, or hit me up through Twitter or any social media, and I'd be happy to answer you and share you what I think about it. Anyway guys, I guess that's all for today. If you've enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Merry Christmas!